You may not think this is directly relevant, so I'll explain it a bit for a drama show. The We Don't Know show yesterday is a reality show. Well, that's to say it's based on fact, whereas the drama show gets into fiction or speculation, more sorts of speculation, let's say, and it also relates back to how learning is moving online. I would think it is. By the way, the Guardian today has a front page story about phones being banned in schools, but it never seems to have anything about the potential of learning from the internet. I might be wrong about that, but I'll keep looking. This is the sort of thing which I go into quite often, and one of the ways of doing this is looking at what has happened with music, the way that's moved online, and the space needed in the city for retail of music is much less than it used to be, and I don't see why that wouldn't happen with the space needed for the campus, let's say, or the amount of energy put into new buildings. So CD Walk is one of my own plays, which is still under development because I keep just trying to think about how to do it in some way that would make sense to people. But it's basically just looking at a city centre such as Exeter. It could be done in another city. I think a lot of cities are the same, but just wandering about, looking at where the record shops used to be, and also where all the student accommodation is being built and what's getting demolished to make space for that. And just asking the question how sensible it all seems to be. And that's been... there are bits of script for it. I have got some dialogue and so forth, but it's basically a fairly stuck situation. But developments such as HMV being viable and the 12 Bar cafe and music store for vinyl. If you haven't been to Paris Street, it's a cafe with a good stock of vinyl and an ordering service. They can get hold of stuff really well. So it's even in the space for music that is just part of a cafe, they can do quite an effective operation there, and this is the kind of development you need in a play. You need some kind of third act or fifth act, or you need a conclusion that is a little bit positive. And I would say this is it, that although there's a transition mostly to digital, which is where music has got to, there's still a part of it that is based in real places. And the same thing could happen with schools and the campus. I think one of the things which is said is that some of the pupils who should be in school have noticed that their parents are working from home and are asking the question why something similar couldn't happen with education. And this is a terrible thing. How can they imagine such a question? But if that is what's going on, it's possible. There's a debate there that could be had. Anyway, I'm rambling far too much. away from the fact that this Saturday is Record Store Day, and 12 Bar is part of it. There's other places as well, but I think 12 Bar is interesting. By the way, the Wild Show will probably move to 12 Bar after 12 o'clock, so we'll be there about 15:15, I would think, if anybody's passing by. And we were there yesterday, and were able to get an interview with Sam, who explained what Saturday will be about.